Welcome to Hollywood World. In this video, we are going to take a magical journey through time and explore the incredible transformations of 17 unforgettable actors from the legendary Harry Potter series. From their humble beginnings at Hogwarts to their fascinating careers and lives today, we've got the full story. So, grab your wands, hit that subscribe button, like, and comment below your favorite Harry Potter character. Let's dive right in. 1. Daniel Radcliffe. At just 11 years old, Daniel Radcliffe captured hearts worldwide as the boy who lived. Selected after an intense casting process, he debuted in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in 2001. With each film, Daniel evolved not just in stature, but in confidence, mastering complex emotions as the series grew darker. Now, post-Hogwarts, Daniel broke away from the wizarding world by choosing bold, diverse roles, playing a corpse in Swiss Army Man, a villain in Now You See Me Too, and a man with guns bolted to his hands in Guns Akimbo. Off-screen, he's an advocate for mental health awareness and lives a relatively private life in New York. 2. Emma Watson. Emma was just 9 when she landed the role of Hermione Granger, the brightest witch of her age. Her intelligence and fierce loyalty made her a role model for millions of young fans. Now, Emma gracefully transitioned into adult roles with performances in The Perks of Being a Wallflower, Little Women, and Beauty and the Beast. She is also a UN Women Goodwill Ambassador and a leading voice in the He for She campaign for gender equality. 3. Rupert Grint. Rupert brought humor and heart to the role of Ron Weasley, Harry's best friend. His red hair, wide-eyed expressions, and love for snacks made him a fan favorite. Now, Grint stepped back from the spotlight but returned with strong performances in shows like Servant on Apple TV+. In 2020, he welcomed a daughter and joined Instagram with a record-breaking debut. 4. Tom Felton. Felton portrayed Draco Malfoy, the snobbish Slytherin who made Harry's life difficult. His icy performance earned him both admiration and dislike from fans. Now, Tom has embraced his Malfoy legacy, often engaging with fans online. He's starred in indie films and shows, released music, and even published a memoir, Beyond the Wand, The Magic and Mayhem of Growing Up a Wizard. 5. Matthew Lewis. Neville began as the clumsy, shy Gryffindor but grew into a courageous hero by the final battle. Now, Matthew's transformation is often cited as one of the most striking. He's starred in Me Before You, BBC dramas, and even worked as a presenter. He's also very active in charity work. 6. Bonnie Wright. Starting off with minor lines, Ginny blossomed into Harry's love interest and a strong, independent fighter. Now, Bonnie turned to directing and climate activism. She's written a book about sustainable living and is vocal about ocean conservation. In 2022, she married Andrew Lococo. 7. Evanna Lynch. Evanna was a real-life fan who landed the role of Luna after writing a heartfelt letter to J.K. Rowling. Her dreamy portrayal was instantly iconic. Now, Evanna has taken on acting, writing, and vegan activism. Her memoir The Opposite of Butterfly Hunting delves into her battles with eating disorders and recovery. 8. James and Oliver Phelps. These real-life twins were a comic highlight as the mischievous Fred and George, delivering some of the series' funniest and most touching moments. Now, they co-host a travel podcast called Normal Not Normal, act in indie films, and often appear at fan conventions. They also support children's charities across the UK. 9. Robbie Coltrane. Robbie brought warmth, humor, and a touch of danger to the role of Hagrid, making the half-giant one of the most beloved characters. Now, sadly, Robbie Coltrane passed away in 2022. He left behind a legacy of powerful roles, from Cracker to James Bond. As he said in the reunion special, Hagrid will always be there. 10. Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman portrayed Snape with masterful subtlety, eventually revealing the character's depth and tragic loyalty. Now, Rickman passed in 2016, but his legacy endures. His posthumous memoir and performances continue to be celebrated by fans and critics alike. 11. Maggie Smith. With commanding presence and sly humor, Dame Maggie Smith embodied McGonagall, one of Hogwarts' most respected teachers. Now, Maggie continued her legendary career with Downton Abbey and the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Her performances remained powerful into her 80s. 12. Helena Bonham Carter. Then, Helena's chaotic, unpredictable performances Bellatrix stunned audiences. She turned the villain into an unforgettable figure. Now, Helena is still a Hollywood powerhouse, acting in The Crown as Princess Margaret and starring in various indie films. Her unique fashion sense and bold choices make her a standout everywhere she goes. 13. Ralph Fiennes. Then, Ralph brought chilling menace to the role of the Dark Lord, using minimal makeup and maximum intensity. Now, he continues to work across film and theater, starring in The Menu, The Grand Budapest Hotel, and directing Shakespearean plays. His gravitas makes him one of the greatest British actors alive. 14. Gary Oldman. Then, as Harry's godfather, Sirius brought hope and tragedy in equal measure. Gary's nuanced performance was a highlight of the series. Now, Gary won an Oscar for Darkest Hour and continues to lead in Slow Horses. A true chameleon, he remains one of cinema's most respected actors. 15. David Thewlis. Then, David's portrayal of Lupin, the compassionate werewolf and defense against the dark arts teacher, brought emotional depth. Now, he's starred in Fargo, The Sandman, and Enola Holmes. Also an author and artist, David is known for choosing complex, layered roles. 16. Imelda Staunton. Then, few villains were as hated as Umbridge, thanks to Imelda Staunton's chillingly sweet performance. Now, she took on the role of Queen Elizabeth II in The Crown's final seasons. A celebrated theater actress, she continues to thrive both on stage and screen. 17. Michael Gambon. Then, taking over from Richard Harris, Michael Gambon added energy and intensity to the role of Dumbledore in the later films. Now, Michael retired from acting due to memory issues and passed away in 2023. His contribution to film and theater remains immense.